What's going on, man? If you're new, welcome in. If you're not, welcome back. I'm Ice33000 to be exact. And listen, man, we got ourselves another inside look at college football 25, man. And this right here is your top 10. All right. They have just released their top 10 players in the game at start, man. And this is going to be pretty exciting. We're going to get to see the best of the best college football players in the game, man. And I know this is probably an honor that, is not one to be taken lightly. We waited 10 years for this game. And if you're a guy who can say, hey, man, I was top 10 in this game when it came out, the game of the year, in most people's opinion, that's something to brag about. So anyway, man, listen, in this vid, man, we are going to get a close look at the top 10 players ranked number 1 through number 10. We're also going to get a look at some individual stats, man. We'll see some specific attributes and guys who are in the top 10s of those lists, man. And also, man, in this video, we are going to get an inside look at some beta gameplay. Thanks to Good Game, bro. You got to give respect where respect is due. So we definitely did this thing, man. But we're going to get some gameplay footage as well throughout this video, man. So there is a lot to get into. I'm really excited. I think we are now 3 days until launch, man. I cannot wait. This game, for all the hype, man, it might be game of the year. It probably will be, in my opinion, man. But let me know, man, right now, who do you think is in this top 10 list, or who do you want to see in this top 10 list? But without any further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this top 10 list and see who is the number 1 guy in college football 25 as we get into it, man. Let's go. All right, man. So as we get into these player ratings, like I said, we're going to get into a whole lot of details, man. We're going to go over the top 10. We're going to look at the fastest players. We're going to look at the strongest players with the top awareness, highest jumping rating, and then we'll get into the top 10 ratings, period. So, all right, man. So the first category we are going to be looking at is the strength rating. These guys are the dudes that you just can't outlift in the gym, man. Sometimes it's just, hey, you're just not going to be able to outmuscle these dudes, man. And at number 1, we got Ariante Ursery out of Minnesota. In the Big Ten, man, representing well. He's gonna come in with a 97 strength rating, sitting atop that list, man. And then following him, man, we got Deion Walker out of Kentucky, Dante Corleone out of Cincinnati, Kenneth Grant from Michigan, Luke Kandra from Cincinnati, Donovan Jackson from Ohio State. And following him, we got Emory Jones Jr. From LSU, man. Mason Graham, another guy from Michigan, and Tate Ratledge from Georgia. And then wrapping up this list, we're going to see Peter Woods coming out of Clemson, man. So listen, like I said, this is going to be the strongest guys in the game, man. If you as we look and try to think about what we want to maybe start our dynasty with, what school we're looking at, these guys might play a factor in your decision. You know what I'm saying? It depends on if you like to throw the ball, if you like to run the ball. You got one of these guys on the defensive or offensive line, hey, could do you a whole lot of good. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, man, so the next category we are going to look at, we're going to get into awareness. All right. And standing at number 1 on this list is the transfer from Oklahoma, Dylan Gabriel, coming in with an awareness rating of 99. So this dude is going to be able to see the field 10 times over. He's pretty much going to have a bird's eye view of everything going on in the field. You try to blitz him, it's just not going to work. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. Given the new abilities they're going to have in this game as well, an awareness rating of 99 has got to be something that is going to be tough to deal with. So listen, man, if you're thinking about starting a dynasty, Oregon might be at the top of your list. I don't know. But anyway, behind him, we see at the number 2 spot, Jason Henderson. Now, I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I never heard of this guy before. No disrespect, Jason. But he's also coming in with a 99 awareness at the right outside linebacker spot. So that right there is pretty impressive. He's going to have pretty much have full command of the defense. And this guy should be pretty tough. And this could be a good team, like I said, too, to start your dynasty with. If you want to be on the other side of the spectrum, Oregon obviously is going to be a powerhouse team. ODU, maybe not. This guy right here could be the key to your success. But anyway, going down on this list, we get Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State, Shador Sanders from Colorado, Barrett Carter from Clemson, Danny Stutzman, a linebacker from Oklahoma, Jack Sawyer, another guy from Ohio State, Malachi Moore, the safety out of Alabama, Ollie Gordon II, the big-time running back from Oklahoma State, and then wrapping up this list with a 97 awareness rating, we see Quinn Ewers, another quarterback. So there's only 3 quarterbacks on this list with in the top 10 of awareness ratings, man. So that says something about their games. Anyway, what do you think about this list right here, man? Awareness 99, Dylan Gabriel. That's pretty impressive, man. So let me know. Do you think anybody should be on this list that's maybe not in the top 10? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments, man. I'm interested to see what you guys think. But now, without any further discussion, it is time to get into the top 10 players of college football 25. And here we go, man. Let me know, who do you think, before we even get into it, who do you think is going to be on this top 10 list? I'm curious to see what you say. At the number 10 spot, coming in with a 95 overall rating, we get Tate Ratledge, the right guard out of Georgia, man. And if you know anything about the Georgia program, you know they have been dominant for a long time. And this guy right here has been a big part of that success in the passing game, in the run game. He's just a guy that you're not going to be able to move, period. You think you're going to hit him with a swing move, you're going to find yourself on the ground, on the grass. That's all I'm going to tell you. So at the number 10 spot, we got Tate Ratledge. At the number 9 spot, we got another big-time player, Quinshon Judkins. And this guy was he was in the media a lot. This is a big transfer. He comes from Ole Miss to Ohio State. So there is a lot of hype surrounding this guy. And he finds himself on the number 9 spot out of the top 10. So Ohio State might have got him one of them ones with this guy right here, 95 overall. So then in the number 8 spot, we get Michigan's Mason Graham, the big-time disruptor, D tackle. And you already know his work, man. Definitely was a big part of the national championship team. Just causing havoc left and right and everywhere he went. So then, man, at the number 7 spot, we see Malachi Starks, the free safety out of Georgia, 95 overall as well. And to call this dude a hybrid safety probably just doesn't cover it. This guy was all over the field all at once, making play after play, finalist for multiple awards, man. And I'm sure in this season, he's probably going to be on the top of a lot of those lists again. But speaking of lists, he finds himself at number 7 in the top 10 list for college football 25. And that right there is impressive, man. We already seen 2 Georgia players on this list so far. So you can already tell how dominant they're probably going to be when you boot that game up. So you got to be careful. If you want to be top dog in SEC, you got to go through the dogs. So anyway, man, at number 6, we see Travis Hunter, phenomenal player. He's got all the hype. He's got all the skill, offensive side, defensive side. Listen, if you've watched any college football coverage program, media, you know this dude's name, you know his body of work, and you already know how he gets down. Finds himself on the number 6 spot, which could be a little controversial, man, given this guy's skill set. So he finds himself at number 6 on this list, man. What do you think about that? But those are going to be the first 5 players on the top 10 list. And hey, man, got to give it up for them guys, man. They are definitely deserving of those rankings, man. But like I said, man, do you think anybody else should be in that top 10 list thus far? And who do you think is going to be the next top 5? Let me know, man. Getting into another individual rating. This rating is going to be the jump rating. This is the players who will not lose jump balls. Let me tell you that. So speaking of number 6, Travis Hunter finds himself at the top of this list with a jump rating of 97. And just knowing that this guy plays both sides of the football, receiver and cornerback, this is going to be dynamic. On the offensive side of the football, just throw it up to him in the end zone. I mean, he's got the most bunnies in the game. I mean, what are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna lose the matchup and they're gonna score on you. But anyway, man. At the number 2 spot, we see Emeka Ibuka from Ohio State, big-time playmaker. Then we see Evan Stewart from Oregon. Then we get Malachi Starks, the safety we were just talking about in that number 8 spot. We see him with a jump rating of 96. So not only is he a dynamic player, he's jumping out the gym too. Next up, man, we see Tetero McMillan from Arizona. Behind him is Denzel Burke from Ohio State, Quincy Riley from Louisville, Sicario Davis, another guy from Arizona, and then Harold Perkins Jr., a linebacker on this list with a 94 jump rating. That's pretty impressive right there. And then to wrap up this top 10 jump rating list, we see Benjamin Morris, the cornerback from Notre Dame, man. So these guys right here, like I said, not losing jump balls, jumping out the gym. So, man, if you got an air raid offense, maybe pick one of these wide receivers. I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in the ultimate team mode they might have coming up. These could be some guys to add on your list, man. Looking really dangerous. So now we get to probably the most coveted attribute in the game, period, for all athletes across all spectrums: speed. And at number 1, we see Tez Johnson from Oregon coming in with a 96 speed rating. This should come to no surprise, as we already know Oregon is always full of guys who run sub 4.4s and 4.3s. Speaking of, his teammate Evan Stewart is in the number 2 spot with a 95 speed rating, man. So these guys are going to be flying all over the field. you're definitely going to have to watch out for them in the Big Ten if you so choose to start a dynasty there. But then in the number 3 spot, we see the dynamic Travis Hunter once again. So not only is he going to jump over you, he's going to run right by you. Then again, we see Benjamin Morris, who was also on that top 10 jump list with a 94 speed, man. And then following him is Billy Bowman Jr. out of Oklahoma. Behind him is the big-time wide receiver, Luther Burton III, who had a really good year last year, hoping to do a little bit more of that this year with a good speed rating of 94. And then we see Nicholas Singleton, the first running back on this list with a 94 speed out of Penn State. And then Travion Henderson, another Big Ten guy, Ohio State, with a 94 speed rating. And then Malachi Starks. This guy is all over the place, which makes sense on why he's so high in the top 10 list, man. He is coming in with a 93 speed. And then finishing this list in the top 10, we get Ricardo Hallman, a guy out of Wisconsin, cornerback with a 93 speed. So these guys right here are your top 10 burners, boy. Listen, what do you think about this list? This right here might be a little controversial because I know a couple guys who might be left off of this list and might have something to say about it, but let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think. Here's the speed ratings, top 10. So now that we got that out the way, we are now going to get into our top 5 players in college football 25. These guys are the best of the best, man. As this game releases, these are going to be the best players available in the game. So at the number 5 spot, man, we see Caleb Downs for Ohio State, and this is another big transfer story. This guy transfers from the powerhouse Alabama to another powerhouse Ohio State, and a lot of people wanted to know why. There was a lot of media coverage about it, and we're just waiting to see him on the field in that scarlet and gray for Ohio State, man. Dynamic playmaker. It just seemed like wherever the football was, he was. So Downs is going to find himself as the number 5 player in college football, man. Well deserved, man. Had an excellent year. In the number 4 spot, we get a guy out of the SEC, James Pierce Jr., the right end, the dynamic disruptor. And man, oh man, this dude was a big part of Tennessee's success last year, man. Just an absolute showstopper. If you got a chance to catch him in one of them games, then you definitely know why. He is ranked number 4 on this list with a 95 overall. So now, man, we get to the top 3 players in the game. And at number 3, man, we got Ollie Gordon II, the running back out of Oklahoma State, 26. And we don't even know the abilities he has. And so listen, if you're an Oklahoma State fan, or if you're just a fan of playing with some of the top running backs, should be pretty exciting, man, to see that 96 overall. So now we get to the top 2. And at the number 2 spot, we are going to have another lineman, man. This is going to be Will Campbell coming in at a 96 overall for LSU. The big guy up front, powerful, unmovable. Number 2, man, Will Campbell coming out of LSU, man, doing his thing. Absolutely good stuff by Will Campbell right there. Number 2, representing for the O-line, man, putting them down for the big guys. But anyway, man, it's time to get into the number 1 spot, the best player in all of college football. And it is gonna go to Michigan's very own Will Johnson, the cornerback, the lockdown, put him in jail, lock him down, call it what you want, man. This guy had a phenomenal season last year, man. I believe he even won defensive MVP in the national championship. Man, listen, this guy right here is locked down, dynamic, great knack for the football, just always finds himself in the right place at the right time, man. And he's gonna find himself in the number 1 spot in the top 10 players in college football 25, man. Like I said, this is a big honor, man. You know, this game could potentially go down as game of the year, and you were the best player in this game. That's something nobody can take away from you, man. So good stuff from Will Johnson right there. And look, man, that's gonna be the top 10. There's no more spots. So let me know, man. Did you see maybe one of your favorite players didn't make this list? You know, maybe you saw one of your players on this list but didn't think they were as high as they should be. Hey, whatever the case, man, let me know down below. I'm interested, like I said, to see what you guys think. And this is pretty cool, man, that they give us a quick look at the players before the game drops. Like I said, game drops in 3 days, man. I cannot be more excited. I am ready to play. So listen, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. This has been interesting, and we are gonna get to see, probably use some of these guys on the field when the game drops in just a short while, man. So like I said, I'm super excited. I know you guys are super excited. And look, we are on the road to 500 subs, man. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, man. And look, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. We're going to keep doing cool things. We're going to keep bringing information. And listen, it's all about having fun, man. And that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, man, if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel today, man. And remember, a little bit every day goes a long way. So once you take that first step, don't look back. I'm Ice T3, 3000 to be exact. I hope I see you guys in the next one. And if I don't, we're going to go ahead and run this one back.